So let's now try the bike in front of the mirror position, which I just figured is at least worth trying. In terms of the perception of space here, there is a little bit of a problem, which is that these bags here are sticking into this place a little bit too much for my taste. So maybe if I move them out a little bit, of course now they are sticking into basically my hallway, which is visible on the other side, and they take away space from here. Maybe I just put this bag somewhere else, I don't know. Or if I put this beneath, it's not that I do not need this, but I could, like this maybe, I don't know. Now, the bike itself is actually kind of easy to access. I just go in here, and this is kind of easy. But now if I need to access basically my wardrobe, which only houses a couple of shirts, and the rest is kind of, well, the rest is for storage mostly, for bags, for spices, for the kitchen, because my kitchen is also quite close to here. And then I also have a couple of other things like kitchen supplies and a mixer, etc. in here. Now, I do want to try now how it feels to basically cycle on a bike. I already tried out a couple of these different target things here. So there seems to be an option where I can set calories. So I do think of basically standardizing this, or having this as a standardized endurance measurement. So basically, how long it takes me to burn a certain amount of calories is then basically how good my endurance is. Because this bike is fixed, and over time it doesn't really change that much. And also in here, the room temperature is probably throughout the year anywhere from 10 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. I therefore can kind of record the time, and then I have a somewhat reliable endurance score, at least if the bike resistance does not change over time, which I assume. Almost like a visual preview. So the thing I'm trying to do is to basically increase my cardio, ideally very drastically. So my cardio, as measured or approximated by Garmin's VO2 Max estimate, is currently 57. But ideally, I would get it higher, of course. Now, the problem is that I cannot really update the VO2 Max estimate in Garmin with this bike. There is a version, so there is a third version of this. I do have the second version. The third version, the V3, only has a different console, but this console would connect to my phone. And if I use the combination of basically a Bluetooth connection, then connecting it to Swift, and Swift has the ability, the unique ability seemingly, to update the cycling VO2 Max because it then transmits power data. Now, of course, the cycling VO2 Max in Garmin would be kind of rigged because here I have additionally the handles, but that's